Hi friends, this is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again with another moment for chronic wellness. Thanks for being here. So 15 years ago, I had the chance to travel to England as a part of a delegation of folks with disabilities who were going on an international exchange. And I got to be there primarily as a sign language interpreter and partially as a chaperone for the young adults who were there as a part of the exchange. And it meant that our group of folks in the delegation from the United States who traveled to England got to go on a variety of experiences and exchange opportunities with folks with disabilities in England. And we were in London and on the South Coast, and the group that we traveled with is called Mobility International USA. And if you or someone you know or love has disabilities and are interested in international travel, they are an amazing resource to know about, Mobility International USA. And one of the most fascinating things that I learned, one of the things that has kept me thinking about it since then and to this day, was the fact that the population of folks who experience disabilities in England call themselves disabled. Now, that may not seem radical to you, but for those of us in the United States, that feels radical to hear, because we hear calling somebody disabled and immediately are like, no, they are somebody with a disability. They are not disabled, they are somebody with a disability. Like immediately there is like a launch in on that language and correct. Like person-centered language dictates that I say, you are someone with a disability. That supports the human rights model, not the medical model. That supports all things universal access. That supports me putting you first, saying you are someone with a disability, not someone who is a disability, someone who has a disability. So that the fact that every leader that we met with in England said, I am disabled, not I have a disability, was jarring to our systems. So we had the chance to sit down on several occasions and talk to people about that labeling difference. And here to a person is what they said. Until society changes their attitudes, systems, and structures, I am disabled. By virtue of people seeing me that way, treating me that way, creating barriers that leave me experiencing the world that way. So it's not that I am disabled because I have a hearing loss, or I am disabled because I have chronic illness, or I am disabled because I am missing the bottom part of my left leg. I am disabled because society is making it so. I'm going to just let that sink in for a minute. I am not disabled because of some medical condition. I am disabled because of other people's systems, structures, attitudes, beliefs. And when those change, I will no longer be disabled. It is a subtle difference for those of you who are not perhaps in the world of disability, but a profound attitudinal difference in terms of where we are putting the locus of change. So when I am saying I am a person with a disability, there is no onus on you to do a damn thing about it. But when I am saying there ain't nothing wrong with me, but I'm disabled because of all the shit you're doing, that is squarely placing responsibility on the rest of us to get our shit together. And I wish there was a way for us to talk about other privileges this way. There probably is. I just haven't given them, I haven't had the same quantity of time to think about them perhaps as I have this one. But I think it is a revelation and a fascinating one for the community in the UK to be like, no, ain't nothing wrong with me. But because of all the barriers that you folks are putting up so that I can't get in the door, so that I can't get an interview, so that when I do get an interview, you pathologize me. Until those things change, I am absolutely disabled. I love it. Makes my head spin in all the best ways, like just gets my mind thinking about how we make change in this world. How do we make change in this world? Sound off. Let me know your thoughts. I am eager to hear. Thank you for being here, for tuning in. I would be so grateful for your rating if you were listening to this on podcast, and for your subscription, regardless of where you're listening to this. Thanks for being here. Be well.